Dugongs, or sea cows, are thought to have given rise to the legend of the mermaid across many cultures in the world. Dugongs were hunted intensively last century for their meat, leading to the rapid depletion of their populations and in some cases local extinction. They are slow to reproduce, only giving birth to one calf every 5 years or so, which needs to stay with its mother for a year and a half. Nowadays, although dugongs are still hunted in some areas, the most widespread threat to their existence is accidental capture in fishing nets. As coastal populations grow, so does the increased likelihood of dugongs being caught in nets and drowning. Our organisation, Community Centred Conservation, or C3 for short, has been studying these elusive animals in the island nations of Palau, the Philippines, Comores and Madagascar. In areas where we work, dugong populations are small, and it's quite difficult to study this shy animal. In some cases, we've used aerial surveys, but sometimes this isn't financially feasible, and when population size is very small, it's not scientifically valid. We've therefore come up with a low-cost, rapid assessment technique to study these animals. First, we interview community members who are knowledgeable about dugongs, often older fishers who've had the chance to observe them in the wild for more than 50 years. We gather information on sightings of dugongs, their behaviour, changes in their movements over time, and also any information on hunting practices and local laws and restrictions. At the same time, we identify and map seagrass, the dugong's sole source of food. Seagrasses grow in shallow water environments and are very susceptible to runoff from the land, sediment and pollution because they require light to survive. We can then identify dugong hotspots, areas where dugongs are frequently observed live or caught in fishing nets. This helps us to prioritise where to place our limited conservation funds and efforts so that they may have the biggest conservation impact. We also train local graduates in marine science research techniques. This ensures that there will be a legacy of young professionals able to better preserve their marine biodiversity in the future. A key issue that we address is awareness and outreach in communities. Often, because these animals are now so rare, people are unaware that they actually inhabit their nearby waters. We bring youth travelling theatres to remote communities to spread the awareness about the disappearing dugong and also about wider marine conservation issues. It is encouraging that in the areas where we work, people generally become fascinated by this animal once they receive more information about it and realise that it's on the brink of extinction. Fishers are particularly interested to learn about the dugong's role in the seagrass ecosystem and maintaining seagrass health. This is because many fish that they depend on for survival use seagrass beds at some stage in their life cycle. The communities in which we work are poor and highly dependent on fishing. Any conservation measures will only work with their leadership. We're working with health, education and microfinance experts in order to provide livelihood opportunities and much needed services to communities in return for their implementation of marine conservation initiatives. This kind of conservation will also benefit other species such as the endangered green sea turtles as well as fish stocks that depend on seagrass areas for their survival too. Saving dugongs is a complex issue which takes time, trust and consensus from a wide range of people. But hopefully, by promoting the plight of this animal as an icon for wider marine conservation efforts and also leveraging interest from donors, we can ensure that the dugong does not become confined to legends like the mermaid.